This film, for me, is really designed for anybody who is existing in the citizen philanthropy movement, or anybody who's the least bit interested in what their personal legacy could be. What do they really want to give back beyond their family and career to their children and society? I mean, the model for us is, we really think of it as a venture philanthropy movement. It really follows the model employed by venture capital in that it goes beyond the money. You make a contribution into a general fund. That fund is used for grant making on an annual basis. I'm a great fan of Winston Churchill, and one of his most famous quotes is, "We make a living from what we get, but we make a life from what we give." So I think it's important for each of us just to take a moment and say, you know, what legacy do we want to have? How are we going to use our time, talent, and treasure to make our life?
Without SVP, we couldn't have done it. Without the kind of expertise and specialists and people that they really brought in to help us look at this from the multi-dimensions of how you scale something like this.
What makes a great life? You know, we're born, we die. In between, we're a great spouse, we're a great parent, we try to have a great career, but what else? What else do we want to say on our tombstone besides that?
What am I? What am I? Jetty.
One of the areas that almost every one of our SVPs invests in is education. And what we've seen is that is really the key to unlocking the potential of the next generation. So we already have a number of examples like the organization Reading Partners, which teaches kids in grade school how to read, of the network stepping up and saying, this is a great idea that was incubated in the San Francisco area. And then the partnership in Sacramento stepped up and said, how can we help? And brought it to Sacramento. And now the network has kind of embraced that as an excellent solution for literacy and is working in Boston and is working in Seattle and other areas to bring that great idea into their communities.
You know, you have a relationship. You're getting regular feedback from them. You're getting executive coaching and mentoring. You're getting strategic planning support. And in my experience, it's more valuable both for the nonprofit as well as for the philanthropist to feel like they're not just writing a check, but they're involved in these organizations.
Always, 7 plus 7 is 14. Tomorrow it will not be different. I promise you, it'll be the same.
For the last 10 years, the social venture partner movement has really been a startup. Social Venture Partners International has been the umbrella organization that we've all belonged to. And it's done what all startups do. It's put in those foundation stones, the core infrastructure about how we can develop leadership tracks for individuals and how we can put basic IT and information infrastructure behind the entire network so we can share information. But now we've grown up. Now we step back and say, okay, what can we do to go from good to great? We can go from just being kind of reactive and infrastructure based to being very proactive and aspirational. I see it as the opportunity for us together, not just being the individual cities, but as a network, really looking at how we can change the world. Typically, we know that those partnerships end up focusing on education, major environmental issues, youth development and health issues. I think of it as a place where you can join, you can learn about how to be a philanthropist, how to be a change maker. You can connect with a whole bunch of like-minded people who you would never come across otherwise, who are totally fascinating. And then you can decide how you want to engage. In the beginning, you may not have a lot of time and you'll engage lightly, but over time, if you think about this over a lifespan, it allows you to modulate your engagement anywhere from an hour or two a week to a full-time endeavor, as we've seen hundreds of partners go full-time into the space.
Genesis Works has given me a chance to make that dream come true.
We believe that we have made tremendous progress. We believe that in order to solve these most difficult problems that cross city boundaries, that cross national boundaries, that cross issue areas, we have to collaborate both as a network and with all the other major players in the philanthropic ecosystem. For me, I see this amazing vision of this citizen philanthropy movement really being the transformative factor in making this world a better place for our kids. I think it was Margaret Mead who made the great quote. Never doubt that a small group of citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. So I absolutely believe that we, as a small band of citizens today, working together, working smarter, stepping up to a new level of leadership, can absolutely transform the world.